Revolution of sound.
Here we have the drop we made. And we made the melody here. What's going on, guys? My name is Ralph Cowell. As most of you don't know me, I'm a music producer from Portugal, and I helped Zen World out on the latest release on Evolution of Sound, which is the Revealed Revolution. At least that's how it was called until now, because now it's called Festival Revolution. So today what we're going to do is I am going to make a Revealed style track using nothing but the stuff in the pack. So as you guys know, we promoted it saying that it was literally everything you'll ever need to make a Reveal style track, and so that's why we're doing that today. So yeah, we'll start with writing down the main idea, which would be composing the drop and the main melody for the whole song. Then we'll go through the arrangement and feel the arrangement out, and finally we're mixing it and mastering it. Everything from start to finish here. Okay, so we're starting by choosing our stab. We're going with this one. Okay, so first of all, what we're doing is, since it's already in F sharp, which is the key I chose for this track, what we have to do is simply arrange it in a way that it plays on in the first step of each four steps, sorry. So we want something like that. Now we're just loading our kick. You have plenty to choose from, but choosing an F sharp one. Go with this one. And for this, we're just playing around with the rhythm here on this bar. And at the end, we can play around with the notes. So it goes from, yeah, something like this. Here. That's perfect. Now we're just composing the drop. For that, we'll be using the Revealed Revolution Silent 1 pack, Soundbank. Let's see. Yeah, this one's perfect. So now to compose the drop, we included something in a pack that honestly I haven't seen in any other packs, and if you checked out our freebies, you know what I'm talking about. But here, if you go to MIDI tools, inside that folder you have Drop MIDI Rhythm Tools Elite, which is pretty much a bigger Drop MIDI tools pack than the one we gave away for free. So pretty much how this works is you just load the MIDI file into a channel, and you can see it has just the rhythm on a single note. And the way this is supposed to be used is you just have to mess around with the notes so you can make an original drop. And it helps because the rhythm is a really important part of the drop in general. So if you do this, you're already halfway there, and you can make something original using this shortcut. Let's check this first one. Yeah, I'm choosing this one. So the first thing we have to do is just select everything and put it on F sharp, which is the key we're working on. And so now all we need to do is just, you can mess around in any way you want, but I'm doing it so the first note hits 1 octave lower, so it works with the stab, something like this. Okay, so that sounds good. Now let's just mess around with the notes. We can change the rhythm a little bit. Okay, so that sounds good. Okay, but I want to do something different for that end part. So what I'm doing is I'm copying the MIDI and I'm deleting this part from here. And I'm deleting all the rest but that part from the second channel. Make something like something like this. And now we're just changing the sound of it. Maybe something like yeah, I like it. Let's just listen to the whole thing and see if it fits. Let's try with the stab on. Okay, so that sounds good. Let's just mix it a little bit. Not too much, because we're having the mixing video separate, but for now let's just maybe cut the lows. Low cut. Just the highs a little bit like that. Then let's just compress it a little bit. My favorite compressor is this one, the Fab Filter Pro C. You can just put the attack and release on auto. If you can mess around with it, you can. Then we're just selecting a more aggressive knee, and we're putting a ratio of 4 should be enough. And then we just mess around with the threshold to taste. That sounds good. So now what we're doing is adding some reverb, maybe around 20% of mix. Maybe put it before the EQ. Move it up. You can also add some saturation to it if you want. Let's just see how it sounds, and we'll decide on that. So you can use this one. This is the FabFilter Saturn. As you can tell, I'm a huge FabFilter fan. Pretty much what you can do with it is just select some division here, select the mid frequencies, the high and the lows, or just divide it in how many ways you want it. Normally for this kind of tracks, what I like to do is just boost a little bit the mids and a little bit of the highs, and it just makes it so much more powerful. And of course, let's just add some sidechain to it. Maybe put it before reverb. Now let's just put the kick in. Let's just mess around with it a little bit. Press a little bit down, the attack down as well, and boost the gain a little bit. And now just play the stab at the same time as well. You can add the saturation, a little bit of Saturn on it as well, just so it makes it sound more crisp and powerful. Just be careful because on saturation on the low parts can make it a little bit weird, especially when you have a big room kick playing. So what I'm doing is just balancing the lows a little bit, adding. Boost this one a little bit. Okay, so that's that. Just for reference, let's just add a clap on top, just to see how it will sound on the drop. Okay, so that's pretty much the drop for now. Now what we're doing is we're just adding a new pattern here. We can just duplicate this one, just so we don't have to load the sound bank again. And we're writing a melody for it. Let's just go with one of the plugs here. Maybe this one, progressive. Turning off distortion. Something like this. Now, as you guys know, our root note is F sharp, but you can, instead of playing, we can use F sharp for the bass line, and instead of starting the melody in F sharp, we can start it on B. Then we'll just write it from there. Okay. Something like that. Sounds good. Then here we just boost this E, or maybe F sharp, so it's the original note. That sounds good. Now let's just write the bass line with the same rhythm as the melody. Okay. And should be the same for the second part. Let me just check. Yeah. So now what we're doing is we can go from F sharp, which is the original note, to B. Yeah. And then make it so the last note is here on E to go back to F sharp, which is the first note of the bass line. And so this one goes just one note lower in the scale, which is on D. And this should sound good enough. Yeah, that sounds good. Now for the chords, what we can do is just copy and paste this and just count 3 notes and put it on the 4th note of each bass line note. So in this case of F sharp would be C sharp, and on B would be F sharp, and so on. You can just check it to make sure it's on key, and it should be sounding good. You can mess around with it, maybe. Personally, I don't like it that much, but you can just use this structure to work on it to your taste. Okay, so we have this. Let's try to load something to play only the chords. So let's delete top melody and duplicate the bass line to the top. So something like this. Copy it and put it one. But let's change the sound to maybe the Chordify preset. Sounds really good if I can find it. Here we go. Put it. If you just mess around with the cutoff, something like that, then maybe just playing around with it. That's something like this. You can even make this and not that. Just clone it and make the same thing, but put it on the right. Alright guys, and that's it for now. So on this video, we pretty much just composed the main idea, the concept, as I like to call it, for the main for the track. So here we have the drop we made. And we made the melody here. Alright guys, and that's it for now. Stay tuned because I'll post the rest of the videos on this series soon, so take care.